Hello, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we are diving into the insightful world of relationships with a summary of the timeless classic, The Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman. This book has transformed countless relationships by revealing the different ways people give and receive love. So, let's get started. But before we dive into the content, I kindly request a moment of your time to appreciate this video by liking it, subscribing to the channel, and ringing that notification bell. Your support means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Are you struggling to communicate your love effectively? Do you often feel misunderstood or disconnected from your partner? Gary Chapman's The Five Love Languages could provide the key to unlocking deeper levels of connection and intimacy. In this book, Chapman introduces the concept of the five love languages, which are words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. According to Chapman, each person has a primary love language through which they feel most loved and valued. The book, The Five Love Languages, by Gary Chapman describes five primary ways in which romantic partners express and experience love. Chapman refers to these ways as love languages. They can take the form of deeds of service, presents, physical contact, quality time spent together, or words of affirmation. Psychologists have concluded that the need to feel loved is a primary human emotional need. Without it, you will be emotionally and socially challenged. However, we all experience the feeling of love differently, and we all have certain things that make us feel loved. Gary Chapman has broken this down into five love languages. We all have our own language, and we often can't understand or speak other languages. Every partner needs to feel loved, which best communicated through one of the five love languages. Most of us enter our relationships by way of the in-love experience. In your mind, your partner is the most wonderful person you've ever met. I know it's crazy, but I've never been so happy. The physical characteristics and personality traits creates enough electric shock to trigger our love alert system. Sometimes we lose the tingle early, other times it gets stronger on each date. Eventually we get convinced that this is the real thing, we're falling in love. The five love languages show us that unfortunately the in-love experience is fiction, not fact. Eventually, we will descend from the clouds and plant our feet on the earth again. Our eyes become open, and we see the warts on the other person, their sharp sense of humor now wounds. Those little bumps we overlooked when in love become huge mountains. This real kind of love is emotional in nature, but not obsessional. It is a love that unites reason and emotion. It involves an act of will and an act of discipline, and it recognizes the need for personal growth. It is a choice to expand energy and effort to benefit the other person. It is knowing that his or her life is enriched by your effort. It doesn't require the euphoria of the in-love experience, but it needs the euphoria to run its course. When your spouse's emotional love tank is full, and she feels secure in your love, the whole world looks bright and your spouse will move to reach her highest potential in life. Gary is convinced that keeping this emotional love tank full is as important to marriage as maintaining proper oil level in an automobile. You've probably had the in-love experience. When you're in it, you think that your partner is the most wonderful person that you've ever met. You only see your partner's best characteristics. You're riding high, floating in the clouds. But eventually you plunk back to planet Earth. With your eyes now fully open, you start to see their warts. We've all got personal blemishes, but those little speed bumps you previously overlooked now seem like insurmountable peaks. Real love is something different to this in-love experience. It takes a lot more emotional effort and empathy to serve the needs of your partner. If you want to sustain real love, you need to learn your partner's love language. We're not talking about learning a bit of Spanish to kink up your role play. We're talking about learning effective new methods of communication. Let's use the analogy of a vehicle to explain the state of a healthy relationship. When your emotional love tank is full, you feel great. When your partner's emotional love tank is full, you feel even better. They feel secure and in love. The whole world looks bright to them. You're on their team, helping them achieve their highest potential in life. But when the tank moves towards empty, you're in the doghouse. Your relationship will deteriorate and you might be sleeping on the couch. For an amazing relationship, keep one eye on the tank at all times. You need to ensure that you're keeping their tank full. The only way to do that is to speak their love language. You might think you're expressing your love and appreciation, But if you're speaking Dutch and they can only speak Japanese, your partner will feel unloved. You might think that you're opening up, being vulnerable, sharing your love, giving all that you can give, but they're not even noticing it. It is rare that both partners will have the same love language, so you're on their team, helping them achieve their highest potential in life. But when the tank moves towards empty, you're in the doghouse. Your relationship will deteriorate and you might be sleeping on the couch. For an amazing relationship, keep one eye on the tank at all times. You need to ensure that you're keeping their tank full. The only way to do that is to speak their love language. You might think you're expressing your love and appreciation, but if you're speaking Dutch and they can only speak Japanese, your partner will feel unloved. You might think that you're opening up, being vulnerable, sharing your love, giving all that you can give, but they're not even noticing it. It is rare that both partners will have the same love language, so it will take some effort for both parties to learn to speak a new language. Breakdown of love languages. Words of affirmation. This love language emphasizes the power of verbal compliments, words of encouragement, and sincere praise. Acts of service. For those whose love language is acts of service, actions speak louder than words. Helping with tasks and making life easier for your partner can be highly impactful. Receiving gifts. This love language values thoughtful and meaningful gifts as symbols of love and care. Quality time. Quality time lovers thrive on undivided attention and meaningful conversations. Spending time together is crucial to their emotional well-being. Physical touch. Physical touch is a powerful way to express love for individuals who value this language. Hugs, kisses, and other physical gestures are essential for feeling connected. Language is identifying that of your romantic partner. If you can learn how to speak their language, you may take your relationship to the next level. Chapman suggests that discovering your partner's primary love language and communicating love in that way can transform your relationship. Learning to speak your partner's love language can bridge the gap between you and create a deeper bond based on understanding and connection. In conclusion, The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman is a must-read for anyone seeking to improve their relationships and enhance their understanding of love. By understanding and applying the principles of the 5 love languages, you can build stronger, more fulfilling relationships that stand the test of time. If you found this summary intriguing, be sure to grab a copy of The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman and start your journey towards healthier and happier relationships today. You can find the link to acquire a copy of this incredible book in the description below. Before we wrap up, let me share a personal anecdote. After reading The 5 Love Languages, I discovered that my primary love language is acts of service, while my partner's is quality time. Armed with this knowledge, we were able to communicate more effectively and show love in ways that resonated with each other. Understanding your partner's love language can strengthen your relationship and foster deeper connections. Communication is key in expressing love in a way that is meaningful to your partner. The 5 love languages can be applied not only in romantic relationships but also in relationships with family, friends, and even colleagues. In a world where love is the universal language, understanding the 5 love languages can be a game-changer in how we relate to one another. Whether you're looking to reignite the spark in your relationship or simply deepen your connections with loved ones. The 5 Love Languages offers invaluable insights that can benefit anyone striving for more meaningful relationships. If you're interested by the concept of the 5 Love Languages, I highly recommend picking up a copy of Gary Chapman's book and exploring how you can apply these principles to your own life. You can find the link to acquire a copy of this incredible book in the description below. Remember, love is not just about what you feel, but about how you show it. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you found this book summary helpful, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more book summaries and insightful content. Leave a comment down below if you've read this book or have any other recommendations for us. Wishing you all a life filled with love, understanding, and meaningful connections. Until next time, keep spreading love in all languages. Take care.